going on, guys? Shalom, shalom, peace and blessings. This one is not going to be so long, but we're going to get straight to the point. How hope all is well with you guys. Good afternoon, good evening. All right, let's go. We're in the book of Deuteronomy today, and it's about this passage that I'm going to be getting into. It says, God will honor His covenant. So everyone who has a covenant with the Lord God Almighty out of His righteous children all over the world, they have a covenant with Him. He will honor us among the heathen. The devil is a liar, a defeated foe, which he is. He wants to cause as much as confusion and chaos in the world. Just like the massacre that just happened the other day. Just he using random people, just like what happened in the subway. Just random scenarios. So those he's the reason why these things happen. Now, as far as his children, we ought to give our life over to God. Of course, when we all first start young, when we living, we kind of grow away from the church. Most of us go to church every Sunday because our parents say, "Come on, you gotta go to church." But as you get older, of course, you grow away. Then you dabble into the world, and you put yourself in a lot of situations, and then at that you dabble in a lot of things that's not of God, a lot of activities, lifestyles, and things like that. So it backfires on you, and it can become detrimental to you and your family members. And that's why a lot of sons are fatherless because of the actions of the forefathers. It carries over the iniquities, so it just carries over the next generation, So of course the fathers was going to do the same thing what the grandfather was doing. If he was a gangster, the father most likely was going to be a gangster. It's in the blood. So as us children of God, it's up to us to break the generational curses that we're continuing the cycle. But God is raising up the fourth generation. God is raising up the fourth generation to break the cycle. And it's not going to be an easy one at all. But God is raising up an army to break the cycle in the world. But we have an opposition, Satan. A defeated foe, which we overcame by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. We love not our lives until the day we die. So of course that was written in Revelation 12:11. He tried to fight Michael. He was cast down to the earth like lightning, and he's here today, ruling the world and control of everything. So I'm gonna read chapter 7, verse 12. And this is about the commandments and statutes. That's all. It says, thou shalt before thee keep the commandments and thy statutes and judgments, which shall command thee this day to do them. Wherefore it shall come to pass, if ye hearken to these judgments, and keep and do them, that the Lord thy God shall keep unto thee the covenant, and thy God shall keep unto thee the covenant and the mercy which he sware unto thy fathers. And he will love thee, and bless thee, and multiply thee. And he will also bless the fruit of thy womb, and the fruit of thy land, and thy kind, and thy wine, and thine oil, and thy increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep, and the land which he sware unto thy fathers to give thee. Thou shalt be blessed above all people, that shall not be male or female barren among you, or your cattle. And the Lord will take away from thee all sickness, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee. Thou shalt consume all the people which the Lord thy God shall deliver thee. Thy eyes shall have no pity upon them, neither shalt thou serve their gods, for they will be a snare unto thee. So, of course, Egyptians, they were people that were rebellious against God, of course. Way back. Same thing now. It's just people that rebel against God. People who don't honor Him, people who don't really love Him. People say they love God, but if you love God, you won't do a lot. It's a lot of things you won't do. Now, of course, when you're young, we're fools. When you're young, you think as a child, you do things as a child. But of course, when you get older, you grow older and you get more responsible, and your fear matures for God because you know the consequence and you know how powerful He is. So you won't do it. You'll really stop doing a lot of things. But yeah. So when you and God like this, when you have an understanding of God and you really love Him and you honor Him and you start living for Him, Despite your trials and tribulations, He will always strengthen you. It doesn't matter what's going on, because even in the midst of your trials, God is strengthening you. He strengthens you to see the next day. You know, just like you might be going through something right now, but God is strengthening you. He said, when we're weak, we're strong in the Lord. You know, His grace is sufficient. So even through infirmities, revilings, through persecutions, mockery, slandering, even through trial and tribulation, He is strengthening you. You know, when Satan tries to handle you through financial stability, financial problems, through scarcity of, a lack of family support, God's grace is sufficient. He will make a way to sustain you, strengthen you, and He will bring you to an expected end. You know, as the scripture says, for my thoughts of you is thoughts of peace, not of evil, to bring you to an expected end. So it's his thoughts of you and me, and for all the children all around the world, to bring us to an expected end. But even though these are His promises, the devil, which is a liar, he wants to blind our mind and saturate our mind and warp our mind and traumatize you with lies and, of course, a false reality. But everything you see in this earth is a lie. It's temporary, but everything that's unseen is eternal. That's the scripture about. Everything that you see is temporary, but everything that is not seen is eternal. So that's just like how in the spirit realm, when you pray, you don't see things happen right away. So people get discouraged. People give up on God because, of course, you got things in the spirit realm, just like as angels. You got demons fighting against your prayers. So that's why you got to keep praying. You got to build up your faith. You got to keep praying on these same things over and over. So, you know, when people give up, they find shortcuts in the world. She said, man, this prayer not coming fast enough. I'm going to take a shortcut. And that's the trick from the devil. He wants you to take a shortcut and do something that's sly, slothful. So that's a trick of the enemy. So yeah, if we walk right with God, He said we will be blessed of all people. And don't make this a color thing. He said, there shall not be male or female born among you or among your cattle. There shall take away from you all sickness. He will take away your sickness. As disease is spreading in this world, He will take your sickness away from you. It doesn't matter what disease, chicken pox, it don't matter what it is. He'll take it away from you, because God is all that supernatural God. So He'll take away sickness and diseases, which He'll lay upon the Egyptians, the people who don't honor God, people that rebel against God, people who into sexual immorality, murderers, whoremongers, idolatry. So that's all I got for you. God bless. Peace.